Namaste, my queens. You know, I've got this idea suddenly. I was sitting here translating my book. Um, is he, whoever is he you are thinking about, is he thinking about you before he falls asleep? They say if someone thinks of you the first thing in the morning when he wakes up, and the very last thought he has before falling asleep is going to be thinking of you and you, that means he loves you. And there is a deck which called the Tarot of Dreams. How about we are going to look into that type of question? I am doing this severe fasting. It's only been 3 days when I don't eat absolutely nothing and only drink, and it makes my work extremely effective. I'm planning to do like 20 days, but at least 10. Is he thinking of you before he falls asleep? And what he is thinking? I'm asking the spirits of fire, earth, air, and water, the guides and the keepers, the divine, to give us answers to our questions. Choose one card out of 5, and we're going to see. I'm just checking if I'm not holding it upside down. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, and card number 5. Is he thinking, how many decks I have should right here, is he thinking of you before he falls asleep? Card number 1, thank you for time stamps. Card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, and card number 5. So let's just go to it. Number 1. Girls, who is with the King of Pentacles? Probably some Taurus man, Virgo, Capricorn, especially if it's a mature man. Yes, this one is too busy during the day, usually doing this and this, and he wouldn't admit that he's thinking of you, because also King of Pentacles is very conservative and kind of a reliable type of a man, but when the night comes, he becomes the sensual king. So this is not an emotional type of king, but it's a sensual type of king. And if he starts thinking about you, then it would be essential type of thinking. This one is a great lover. He loves love making, and even though romanticism is not his strongest point, he is not probably very good and romancing you as would be King of Cups, but this one would touch you in such a way that you're gonna, it's a gentle, it's essential, it's a very attentive type of a king. So yes, he's thinking of you and how he would cook, like hold you like this, and how he would kiss your neck or your lips, and how you would close your eyes, and how you would react to his touch. So mostly my queens, those are type of sensual thoughts. Some of you probably even have a guy who looks like him, because this is how the decks of Marchetti, which he personally gifted to me, they somehow work, even the guy looks like that. Card number 2. Well, what is that going to be? All of them are going to be dreaming of making love to you, girls. Card number 2, Page of Wands. Could be there, of course, the fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. But whoever it is, absolutely, he is very much thinking about you, but he is hot type of thoughts. So I would say it's not with deep love and compassion or gentleness. He thinks about you, but definitely he thinks about you as someone who makes his heart beat faster. This one is very emotional, but be careful, because that one wants to get you in bed with him, but then they might be gone quickly. So you are very, let's use the word fantasizing. You're a fantasy, you're my fantasy woman. He thinks about you with the smile on his mouth, and also they are sexual and sensual types of thoughts. I'm sorry, girls, this is such a card. Nothing I can tell you, nothing else. It's a sexual passion. So he's thinking, how would it be with you, and how it would be wonderful to have you here, because he's also impatient. Page of Swords is impatient, so he doesn't like to wait. He is not caring too much about deep feelings and emotions. It's about chemistry and it's about passion when it comes to Page of Once he is full of hopes about you. He thinks he can win. He thinks he can have you, he can make you fall in love, but he misses the depths. But we are looking at his thoughts. He's here thinking about you. Absolutely, he is thinking about you. Number 3. Oh, well, this one is thinking all night long. Star card, it's sometimes can play a little bit sad, because it could mean the distance between you, that you are not together. It's a major arcana, so a lot of thinking, a lot of feeling, a lot of everything, a lot of things. So you are also his star shining in the sky. He thinks of you with tenderness. He thinks of you, dreaming of you. He thinks of you with the hope that somehow some miracle is gonna happen. This is a downside of the star in spreads on the relationship, but we are looking now if he's thinking of you. But when we see the star, then sometimes it plays as a man dreams and hopes, but doesn't put actions into it, but he hopes that something somehow is gonna work. So he thinks of you as something what came into his life and healed him, and became something what completely and unexpectedly took him over. It could be also such type of relationship when you are, as I already said, you're not together, so there is no chance for you to get to know each other. So he's idealizing you, so you are his ideal, you are his star shining for him in the sky. For some of your platonic relationship, a perspective in such cases we don't know, but it's kind of ideal love, but it is often comes with so-called blessed love. This type of love helps him to understand the transformational power of such feelings. So you are his joy, you are his healing, you are his happiness, you are his gentleness, you his thinking probably till 4 o'clock in the morning. There are hopes, there are dreams, and this is like a cosmic type of love. So but also as you see, she's naked. Okay. And also we talk about, he thinks about your sensuality and beauty, and also he very attracted to you as a man attracted to a woman, but you somehow combine for him the beauty and gentleness, kind of like it's impossible not to be in love with you. Card number 4. These are very sad thoughts. He is thinking about you, but it's sad thoughts because it's a hangman, you see. And he's thinking that how nothing can be changed, nothing can be improved, that you are both the victims of circumstances. He thinks he doesn't belong to himself. He thinks that he is a victim of destiny, a victim of gods, a victim of fatum, of the circumstances in life. He can't control anything, he can't decide anything, and he wants to hold you and to be with you, but he has to refuse from his wishes, his desires, his wantings, because he understands that he might lose you, because it's a crisis right here. This is the crisis when we are talking at a hangman. And he feels that he can't change nothing, and he feels powerless. He feels that nothing can be done. So unfortunately, his thoughts are sad. Very often it's a third party relationship, when he wish he could do something, but he simply cannot do something. He thinks, but he requires to stop being a hangman. He requires a transformation. He needs to start doing things differently, seeing things differently, but unfortunately his thoughts about you are sad. And the last card, the card number 5. So all our guys are pretty passionate. Of course, right here is the king of king of swords. This one is the king of wands. Who is the king of wands? Of course, it's extremely passionate man, and this one is thinking of you, of course, not even a question, especially if you do have a king of wands, which is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but it's not necessarily that, because we are asking a question if he's thinking of you. But who is the king of wands? Is the most passionate king. When he was young, he was this passionate knight of wands. He has the charisma, he has the, usually it's a man with dark hair and dark eyes, usually, not necessarily. So this one is thinking about kind of to make you do what he wants, thinking about you with a lot of passion, of course, as a king of wands, with a lot of passion, a lot of sensuality, and a lot of sexuality. I have to say that he even, you see, like shyness is not his thing. He is not a shy type of a man, so he's fire. So probably when he's thinking about you before he falls asleep, you can sense it and you can feel it, because you probably feel the passion, the flame of his passion, because when he's thinking of you, definitely they are thinking of making passionate love with you. It's not you see, all the cards we got more connected to passion and sensuality. Only the star was connected more with deep depths and more cosmic type of feelings and emotions. But this is there, of course, a man. And a man, when he thinks about you, usually he thinks about you in a certain way. He feels attracted to you. uh, Actually, another thing, when he thinks of you, he also thinks that you are very unique, because this king doesn't get attracted to you see, you can't seduce him by just wearing a short skirt or deep décolleté or something like this. You need to get him by something deep inside, because if he is thinking about you, then beside being attractive for him with the way you look, he also got him by something else in him. So you got him by his heart, by his emotions, because this is an emotional king. And if this king is thinking of you, then you are a very unique queen. Those, my beautiful queens, all about these 5 cards. I hope you liked it. Namaste.